Evening all. Come to a different location today in Ockwells Park. Park's over there with the building. Come straight up here. I want to go round to that bench that was tucked away that I went to the other night, which was round here. But right now I'm stopping here just to eat some spring rolls, drink blackcurrant juice. Nice and finished. Okay, let's go for a little walk. This bit is amazing. I used to come here all the time with my mates when I was younger. This grass would be really long and we'd play a game called Bulldog. You had to basically run from one end of the field to the other without getting rugby tackled with one of your mates in the long grass. I mean, look, this is what I'm saying, the vastness of this place. Look, literally all the way over there is that park with the building. I walk for about half a mile up here. It goes right behind these trees, there's a motorway. And it goes quite far behind those trees before it's the motorway. And you can hear the motorway so much on the microphone. There's a stream at the end. Just been over a stream here, you can see the bridge. And now we're going to go around over another little stream. We're going to go find a new little alcove that I discovered. These on his BMX. Here's a little bit of stream. Some wind. Calm in this place. I wonder where that dude's going. So he's going to have a zoo. Exactly what I'm going to do. Okay. The road. The path, should I say. Stream. Having to duck down that low last time. Okay. This little path, little witch's alcove. So tonight's video, I actually have something of a bit of a subject to discuss. Usually I just talk random rubbish, just spitball rubbish. Today I've actually got a list of things, or should I say people that I'm going to talk about. So basically I'm trying to do a video to explain where this channel came from, why I started doing these videos. Yeah, just go from there, just more raw talk. As soon as I get to my nice little alcove, this is cool. I'm so gutted I've never known this was here until literally a couple of days ago. I came over here and there was rabbits all out on this grass. There is actually some again over there today. I can see them. So they come out to play. And because I saw the rabbits, I came over to film. And then because of that, I found this little alcove, the bench. Just not too sure exactly how many people know this exists. Here I am. So basically, if anyone wants to pause this video, I'm going to show the list quickly of people that I'd seen, channels that I'd seen that instigated this whole channel. So the very first one I saw was this one called We Fade to Grey. It's a 50-something-year-old guy, basically got made redundant, and he was basically videoing himself trying to find a job and all the circumstances that he's had to go through basically in life after 50, basically saying about he's got 2 children. I mean, he worked in accounts, so I'm sure he probably has got some kind of savings and it's all okay. So I started that basically before Christmas last year. That was my first. I did a couple of videos, I think, but then I got disillusioned with it and kind of just thought, I can't be bothered, why am I doing this? But then January, I see this one, John Talks About. So I watched a few of those and that was a bit more relevant to me because the guy is basically pretty much the same age as myself. So it was interesting. Again, he's in sales, so he's probably made a lot of money and has something kind of to fall back on. But then soon after watching that video, John Talks About, I discovered Kirky Talks. From Kirky Talks, I've basically discovered Uncle Jammer Talks, Life After 40. Then Ollie Dobson started coming up in things like my Instagram, and Van Man Talks I actually remember listening to a good couple of years ago, but from watching all of these other people I stumbled across a couple of his videos again. And there's KD 2.0. She's a chick. Some of her videos are a bit out there, but that's what I quite like about her. She just talks her mind about stuff. Gazbor Bob Talkin. Recently discovered this guy. I think he's also again in his 50s, and yeah, he basically just talks about his stress of basically trying to find a job and how he just can't be bothered anymore. It's just no point, but struggles. I think I got that from Kirky Talks again. Then there was people like Jay Wallace. Jay Wallace is, I think he's a bit younger than myself, but he kind of talks about he's set up his own business and he gave up working for some other person and basically just decided he was going to start out himself. And then there's this Rad Maj, I think his name is. He's an American dude who's just basically talking about why do we bother doing all this work, and just talking about everything basically, all quite depressive. Goldman unedited as well, so that's the final one. So really I kind of want to talk mostly about Kirky Talks for this particular video, because I saw a video that he did, I think it was yesterday, and he was basically talking about that he'd now given up his job. So from what I understand is he worked as a delivery driver, and he was having to get up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. He didn't really have any life with his family. He was just tired all the time. He was just work, and it wasn't really paying off for him. And he was just like, what's the point, you know, in any of this? And so he recently quit his job, and now he's basically having second thoughts and just thinking, have I done the stupid thing? What have I done, sort of thing? But yeah, I'm with this. I mean, I follow this geezer because, again, he's kind of in a similar boat as myself. Although I've basically been unemployed all of this time while he's been working, and living in a foreign country where I can't even understand my own daughter, in all honesty, my Italian daughter. We're just trying to understand each other more and more in English though as she gets older. But yeah, I haven't had a job. I recently got back into a job, and literally it's just slammed me straight away, and I just thought, why? I hate this life. Again, I've literally only been there for over a month and I already want them to fire me. So I've got into a nice rhythm of just having all time to myself to do anything that I needed to, any personal projects, like videos with my daughter and doing a whole load of AI videos. And that's really what I wanted to focus on. That's kind of what I was hoping to focus on all summer. But then my girlfriend applied for this job, and I did an interview back in April. Oh, someone's dog. Hello. No. There's nothing in there.
Very good hunter of food.
Yeah, he knows what he wants. So where was I? Yeah, so I feel Kirky's pain. I mean, I'd hate to work in any job that requires you to have to get up 5 or something o'clock in the morning, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I mean, I did do it once upon a time. One of my very first jobs, I used to work as a baker at Sainsbury's. It was a new Sainsbury's, and it was miles away from where my parents live. I had to get up like 3:30 every morning and cycle for like, I don't know, 6 miles or something to get to this new Sainsbury's that had opened, and I'd been trained to be a trainee baker. So I used to have to get up, and I had to be there at like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, you know, get the fresh bread into the ovens and start doing the fresh cream cakes and all of that jazz. So, but I mean, we used to then finish at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I was quite welcome to just go home and go to sleep if I wanted to. But yeah, I think I just went out with friends and stuff again. Can't remember what I did after working as a baker. But yeah, so I'd hate to have to do that. I mean, I hate, at the moment, because I'm working for an Italian company, I have to get up, I have to be ready for this meeting an hour earlier than I would than when I was in Italy. So that's now 8:30 English time. So I'm having to get up at like 7:30. And I can't stand any of that. I can't stand being forced to have to wake up in the morning for anything. I like to just wake up and then start working whenever I want, basically. That's all I want. Is it's not that I don't want to work, I just want to work on my own terms, you know. So it's a bit of a pain in the arse that I'm having to now get up at 7:30 to do this job. And I mean, today, I've not even done anything all of today. I sat around most morning kind of waiting for stuff. That was it. And then about 2 o'clock I had to take my daughter home, took her back to go and see her other sister play trombone. I dropped her off, and then I actually came to Aquas Park then and had a quick walk around, and then I went back to my parents and just went for a power nap for like an hour and a half. Didn't have anything to do work-wise at all, so just ended up sleeping. So this week's kind of been a bit boring. I mean, my manager basically said, well, I found out at the start of this week that he's quitting at the end of July. So far I've started this new company, and already I've seen about 5, 6, 7 people leave. And you know, as I've said in previous videos, I can kind of see why, because they're just a dodgy, crappily run Italian company. I've still not even been paid yet. I've put my invoice in, but it's the 8th today and I've not even received any pay. So it's all quite pathetic anyway. Nice birds flying around, tweeting away. So my great British socks again. Got quite a few pairs of these. They're not the same ones I was wearing the other night, if anyone's wondering. 3, I think, one Christmas. They're literally the only things that I have at my parents'. Keep my own underwear and socks here at my parents', so I don't have to come over in a great suitcase of clothes. I've still got lots of clothes here at my parents'. We'll have to bring us like a laptop, maybe a hoodie and a pair of jeans maybe. That's it. Lots of people out walking their dogs now. These are the people, as I say. Go and try and check some of them out. We Fade to Grey, John Talks About, Kirky Talks, Uncle Jammer Talks, Life After 40, Ollie Dobson, Van Man Talks, KD or Cuddy 2.0, Gaz Bob Talking, Bert Struggles, Jay Wallace, Rad Maj and Goldman Unedited. Go and check them out. Anyway, that's me signing off. Bye.